sync attempts were slavishly tied to illustrating every single sound in the soundtrack. So every syllable and every phoneme was almost grotesquely exaggerated. The best example of this that I can think of is an early Mickey Mouse cartoon, Mickey's Follies, in which Mickey, in the end, sits down at a piano and sings the Minnies Yoo Hoo song. Now, over gesticulating the dialogue in terms of lip sync can actually be used to comic effect, but most times the animation calls for something a bit more subtle. In order to get that kind of credible performance, the animator must study the soundtrack itself. You've got to really listen to it over and over again and basically pick each phrase apart. Decide what's important, what has to be emphasized, and what has to be left out. Many times the sync is achieved not through the lip motion, but through other actions of the character, both in terms of head motions or body motions, which also hit the sync of the audio track. In its simplest form, lip sync can be achieved by basically hitting every single syllable, kind of a Muppet effect. Now, if you go a step further and modulate those open and closed mouth positions so that they follow the pattern of the audio track, so you're emphasizing, for instance, accents on syllables and really toning down portions of the track which don't require as much emphasis, you'll achieve a much better performance. Now, if you go a step further and add in mouth shapes to illustrate the various sounds, the consonants and the vowels of a audio track, you'll find that you'll want to pick and choose which of those you actually show the audience. If you try to show every single aspect of that performance, of the audio performance, the voice performance, you're going to be back in Mickey's Follies, basically over gesticulating that dialogue track. Compare the lip sync of Mickey's Follies to that of Thumper in Bambi, and you'll see that there's a great deal of thought put into how to represent the dialogue being spoken by that character specifically, and it's really very soft compared to what we saw just a few years earlier in Mickey's Follies. So, know your character, analyze the audio track, and you'll have a performance which the audience will completely accept as believable.